Oh yeah, nice. It built fully. It worked. All right. So now because I was oh great. It's still in alpha, so I don't know why it could not connect. But so while they're in alpha, they sometimes have trouble. But if you check back here, at one point it should work. If we do want this, I still have to make a component that like actually hides this behind a button, and like if you press the button, it comes up. But this would be a direct thing to Discord. Actually, let me. Am I always sharing my whole screen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're seeing all your secrets. All your matrix secrets.
This is open source code. All right. But so just by removing this one, get rid of this. Okay, I can also show you here, I guess. I'm just, by the way, if anybody wants to talk about something more, that's fine. I'm just stalling for time here. There is DJ Marco is back. Hey, man. Yes. You just had this perfect DJ pose, and I told people how do you remember in East Berlin when I was saying, hey, man, you just look like Sven Väth, and you were like, yeah. Those were the times, huh?
Yeah, and I loved Sven Väth back in the days. Not anymore though, but yeah, I know. A lot of people actually told me that I look like Sven Väth.
He makes shit music now, or what?
Yeah, shit music. Yeah, totally shit.
Damn it, man. Impossible. So, okay. I don't know. This is probably not the most reliable solution. It will be out of alpha at one point, but right now it's still in alpha. So we get this great thing. It's not me. It's not, it is the widget bot. And it did work half an hour ago. What it does, it only connects to this one channel. People don't need a login. They can choose a guest name. And then the chat would come up here, and they could just message support. And that would then go to the support channel, yada, yada.
Yada, yada.
I'll send this to you, Ashley, and you can have a look for your arsenal. This is like, this should not be merged, and it's just for you to look at.
Okay, cool.
And maybe Marco or like whoever wants to involve themselves in the support discussion, that we have this in our quiver. All right. Because it took me some time to even get this to build, I don't have any other updates. I will do my other issues in the remaining week of the sprint. But Matteo joined and Marilyn is here, and Mitch also. I guess you guys have updates.
Yeah, Matteo, go ahead.
Sure, man. Hey everyone, how are you doing? I've been working this week in the rich text functionality for both the updates and the projects. I did a really quick version last week for the updates, but there were many features there that were missing, like allowing the images to be resized and allow a little bit more heavier images, because I was just allowing less than 500K of weight. So I'm encountering an error uploading or making the build in Netlify because of the new library that I added. So I'm fighting with that error since last night. I don't really get it yet. So after that, I am trying to upload it first to develop, and then I can move it to staging, because I made some uh, breaking changes in the backend as well. So that means that by the time that I get that working, we could add rich text for the project description and the updates, allowing images and many other customization. Um, yeah, I think that's it. I want to keep moving with the other issues that I have, but they don't worry me that much, because I think that this one was the most tough of them all for this spring. So yeah, I hope that after the weekends, I can have more to say. I can have more to say. Yeah.
Do you think somebody can help you with that error you have in Netlify? Did you post the PR already, or do you have a
Yeah,
PR open or a branch?
I have the PR open with a work in progress tag saying that it's not working yet, but the error is with the library. It's quill.js. You can see the build error in the Netlify if you are curious. And maybe you have an idea, but I know it's the same old mistake, not mistake, error between the server side rendering and client side rendering that usually happens with Netlify and Gatsby, because in my local it works perfectly. So yeah, I have to check deeper uh, in the issues of the GitHub or something that it's totally related with the SSR.
By the way, if you want to, jump over the gap, I just come from the metagame dev call, and I recommended React Quill for the quest. Like there is like their quest in metagame, and like how those quests are written. They wanted rich text, so I recommended React Quill. Everybody liked it, and their base is next. So if you want to, it would probably be a very easy get into the whole thing for you if you want.
Yeah, that works because Next has the same problem with the server side. Maybe it has something related. Although Next is more cooler in that aspect because they have already a way of splitting what libraries must be handled only client side and what can be handled for the server. But Gatsby doesn't have that. So yeah, they have it easier. But I will try to ask them.
Yeah, you have. I saw also here you have the document. What you could do is like I read that is a workaround, like if because I had kind of like a same thing just with window for my thing. If it doesn't work, that you escape it with loading, but you know that I think, right? Like how we use it for Taurus. You can also go to your node modules and like really code around that error. Like, you can try that, but maybe I guess you know.
Yeah, I'm still wrapping my head over that, so I'll try the options. But yeah, those are my only updates for the week. Merlin, you wanna go?
Yeah. I have a few updates. So my PR on the fixed gas price is ready to review and to merge on staging. So that's okay. I tried during last week to make a demo of test with the Web3 provider, and like using Cypress, a test for creating a project, but it fails. And so I spend like much of my time fixing this issue. So now it's fixed, and then I will work on the other test to implement. So Lauren and James created 3 issues to list all the tests we can do. So I will dive into it and try to tackle all these tests if it's possible, because some are just not just not possible to implement. So that's it. And I didn't have the time. Yeah. Also, I tried to implement a custom linter, but Matteo warned me that it was pretty annoying, and it is. So I think I will pass to another task. And I didn't have the time to tackle the I don't remember. It was, I want to be able to change my donation wallet when using XDAI chain, but I didn't have the time to look at this issue. So that's it on me. Yeah. If someone has some updates to share.
Yeah, I worked on some stuff in the impact graph this week. So segment is mostly working along with our autopilot flows. Just the exception of when we make an anonymous donation in the impact graph, it's throwing a type error. So I still have to figure out how to make some conditions so that it stops doing that. I noticed maybe it's just on my end, but I'm getting some double dependency issues in impact and Giveth true around the GraphQL. It's asking for 2 different versions and it's throwing me warnings. And I'm getting lots of errors from ESLint and TypeScript when I try to build both of those locally. I updated the update profile segment track call, and then we just have to build that into autopilot so that when people update their profile, that we're also updating our contacts in autopilot. And then apart from that, some carryover from communications is looking to get some feedback on the layout of the Giveth docs, especially around the developer guides, because they're pretty old or not completely filled out. So that's some stuff that I'm going to be working on this week. And if anyone has any advice to get rid of this type error that's happening in the impact graph, I'd love some assistance.
I'm not sure what the type error is, but I do want to see, or maybe sync in with you with the part of the segment, because when I was trying to do the rich text functionality, I'm making the text a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's actually bigger. So it was throwing an error saying that the message was too long, etc. So I told James about it, and he mentioned me that you are working in that. And what information should be sent to the users
segment
in the main. Yeah. So maybe we can find an hour today or tomorrow and see how you're working on that. Maybe I can help you fix that type of error. And I also got in mind that for the anonymous users, we could try to implement Ethereum push notification service. That could be really great, because I haven't made any implementations on that, but sounds like with the address, we can get people notified only without any emails or stuff. So that sounds like a good option.
Yeah, it's just like, how do we get that into autopilot, or do we circumvent autopilot entirely? The problem is when it's anonymous, you know, segment is expecting a string and then it comes back null, and then it breaks. So, well, I'll show you later, but that's my issue right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Cool. Perfect. Thanks. That's it for me. I don't know if anyone has anything else.
I have a couple issues. Mateo, I wanted to work with you to figure out why I can't seem to heart issues, heart projects. We don't have to do that in this meeting, but I'm still at a loss for it. And then I'm having other users add a couple of key projects that I care a lot about. So Giveth is up, Max did that. And then there's one about the Mamos to Costa Rica that Leela posted. So both of them had a couple of small challenges with editing. And then the other thing I noticed is the sort function still works a little funky. I don't know if you guys are finding this, and especially on mobile. So I heard talking about testing. I wanted to bring that up. I don't know how much we're testing on mobile, but I find things are really quirky there. It's not the same as when I work on my desktop. The formatting is slightly funky, nothing like, oh my God, but not as good as it can be. And then especially with like sorting, it just doesn't stick. Like I go in there and I sort, I type in Mamos, for example, and I find the project. If I navigate away and come back, it reverts back to default listing. And so I can find I'm having to like repeatedly run my search to find whatever project it is I'm working on. So I'm adding comments into the GitHub issue on these little things I'm finding right now, but that's why I didn't want to create those projects myself. I want other people to create them because they're louder about it, like why. And then I sort of pick at my issues. Yeah, I don't know if we should talk about something like the character limitation when we were creating those new projects. The character limit is 2,000. So both projects were a little bit over that, so I made that. And then the other issue is editing project title. I know we had talked about that before. I don't know if it's just a delay that if we edit something like that, we have to wait a little bit. The funny thing is, Rick and I wrestled with the same exact issue when we were posting the lead Solidity dev to cryptojobslist.com. They have the same issues that we have. Oh, I'm breaking up a little bit. I can put my headphones in. But at any rate, those are the issues I created and tag them, and we can follow up on them. The only other thing I want to around updating with the information and the docs. And I just think we're at a good start for a working group to hack through those things. Adar is really interested in getting involved. You connected with Adar from Burning Man, but he wants to really be involved in some of those things too. So, those are just the pieces that I'm working on.
Hey everybody, I'm really sorry I'm late. I was on a call that overran and I just totally forgot. Here I am.
Welcome.
You're right on time, James.
Perfect. Time for the loop, but I'm here. Great.
Danny, about what you mentioned, half of those issues I think are related to what I'm working on in this sprint, except for the likes one because I haven't been able to figure that out to replicate it. So maybe when you have the time, we can see what you're getting in your computer, and maybe that would help me because if I try it in my local, in live, or staying, the likes work properly. So it's really tough to do it. So yeah, anytime you can tell me, you can do it.
Okay. Yep, I can work on it after this meeting, or I have like the next couple hours, and then I'm away.
So what's happening? Should I give my update? Yay! All right. So yeah, I've been working on some issues that are not even in the sprint, basically, that came up. I had a problem with pricing on the live website that was urgent, Marco, so sorry. I believe it's urgent. It is definitely urgent, right? I mean, we need our pricing working and totals were not showing, etc., etc. So working on that. And then also I had some issues with authentication on my local machine that I'm not sure if it's even an issue yet, but I've been going down that rabbit hole. Also, I did also complete the Wallet Connect thing, which is in the sprint. And otherwise, yeah, I mean, just continuing to work on issues. No other exciting update than that. Didn't hear back from Simplex. And yeah, that's it from me.
Cool, cool. I think I should go next.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Just a moment. Where do I share my screen here? Oh, here. Okay, I found it. All right. Okay, so I worked on this issue here to design the UI for uploading project header images. James, you're probably interested in this one. I just mocked up this the UI here for uploading the images and also searching the web, which is the Unsplash API that I mentioned to you previously. So this is a mock-up for that. Whenever you get a chance to work on this, you got something to look at. That's that part. And also for the cropping here, so when a user uploads an image, we do want to allow them to crop this image. This is just a mock-up here. This may also be for, I'm not sure if Merlin's going to be working on this one or you, James. Whatever cropping code, whatever API, JS, whatever you're going to be using for this, doesn't matter. This is just a preview of how I envision that, but obviously it will not be exactly the same as this one, and it shouldn't be. So you're not like you don't have to 100% replicate this. It's just a preview of where it should go on the screen once a user uploads the image, right? So it will be up to you, whatever library you will be using to do this, to implement.
Cool. Looks good.
Yeah. So basically, we have upload your own, search the web. You can search for images, or you can try the ones that are like most common search terms, and it just gives you the image for that.
Nice.
In addition to our standard library, I just kept the library here, in case someone just wants to use it, whatever. So yeah, that's that. And also, I've been playing around with rebranding a little bit, or exploring the Giveth brand, because I don't really like the current branding and the visual design and so on and so forth. So I was working on video slides for Lawrence. So I thought, well, this is a good opportunity to explore some of the styles. So I prepared something and was working on the header slides for the new homepage. This is the exploration, something that I'm working on, exploring some of the colors. We might even have a slider on the homepage. So I just want to get your feedback on what you think about the first impression, the visuals, of this.
I like it very much. Doesn't look like proper when you give, we give you back.
No, don't read that. Don't read the text. The text doesn't matter. What matters is just the visual design. Who cares about the text?
Yeah, I like them. That's my.
Yeah, I saw the design channel and was jumping up and down. Honestly, like I love this. Love it way better than the weird people.
The weird people. Yeah, I really like the postmodern smile, I'm gonna call it. You should do the Mona Lisa next.
Yeah, this one. I really like this one, this element here. But yeah, anyway, I'm yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I would say I definitely prefer both of these approaches, personally. I find the darker colors like nicer for me, like somehow. Then I like the bright blue, but like it's quite a lot of bright blue, I would say. But I'm the kind of guy who's running a plugin to make everything dark mode on his computer.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, I'm just like so I just went wild, or not wild, but you know, this is just a creative part here. I'm exploring the colors. I just want to have enough colors and styles and patterns to play with, so that I can apply that in various ways, even later for marketing or whatever. It doesn't have to be all on the website, or you know. So it's just a playground for now. But I just want to move away from the current illustrations and the current styles that we have, because that was made back then with the scope that has been defined in a way that has been defined and whatever. And you know, we just needed something fresh. But I'm not like 100% on that. I definitely want to change it. I want to have something more solid and more defined, and something that is that gives a lot of flexibility and freedom to use. There are a lot of flexibility to use the brand. So we currently don't have that, and I just want to get to something that is really solid and consistent. So yeah, I'm exploring this.
I love it so very much that I would.
Can you scroll down a bit,
when
Marco?
can we change it? Okay.
Scroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing, by the way, here. It's just.
I just like the top is more rounded, and then it seems like it gets a little bit more boxy as we scroll down.
Yeah, sure. I know.
Okay. I think you're on a good road.
The other thing that just popped into my head is, have we done any graphic design for this token?
No.
Because on that third page there, you've got give, and I wonder if that's going to be replaced with something else.
Here. Oh.
Yeah, like if we're talking about the give economy, like if we have a logo for that, or if we've started thinking about it.
Yeah, could be here, for example. I don't know. This is just basically a background.
The watermark, yeah.
Yeah, but could be whatever.
Okay.
You know, as a designer, I just want to have enough flexibility, enough design elements, patterns, colors, shapes, whatever, to play with and to apply for whatever needs we will have, and so that that is somehow, you know, stands out a little bit more, right? Right now, it just doesn't stand out, and yeah, we just need that, I think.
I really like the interplay of the what appears to be like a smile on the right, but also the circle elements, because like for me, I think the circle is like a super nice, you know, it's a kind of, it means a lot. You know, we're talking about communities, we're talking about circles like overlapping, and it's kind of like it's nested like infinitely, right? Like it's communities within communities within communities, right? Like when I think of a DAO and I think of like a glyphicon of a DAO or something, it's a circle with smaller circles around it, right? Which is itself within more and more circles. So I like this sort of circular elements. It's just some ideas that are jumping out of me looking at particularly this design that we see here on the right.
Yeah, and exactly for that reason, I really like this kind of like took it out from the Giveth logo, like this smile thing and like half cut circles. I also did some exploration here with the colors, you know, just trying out to see what is the best combination of the colors of the main primary and then secondary to see what works best, and to apply that later on throughout the user interface so that it's really consistent, and that we have enough flexibility. That's all.
I really like that you stayed with this pastel vibe, but went a lot more bold.
Yeah,
And
more and more brighter, vibrant.
cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I just wanted to go with more vibrant colors. That's for that. But I'm still missing some I think some patterns here and shapes. Right now we're using some circles and these kind of elements, but I need something more. I'm also using this here. I think I need something a little bit more. We'll further explore this. But yeah, that's for that part. What else?
I also really like when you go from the first banner to the second banner in this one, it looks like the circles like kind of become concentric circles, like they move around each other. And I think that's like really cool and it'd be like cool to kind of continue. So it looks like they're coming from one place and moving to the next one, and it continues this idea
Yeah.
of like everything kind of like moves in a spiral and connects together.
Yeah, and there's gonna be probably some animations to be done. So either, I don't know, maybe Matteo or Merlin, you're gonna do the front end guys. So you're gonna animate some stuff. It should be really cool and nice, smooth. So yeah, I think I'm getting somewhere. I just wanted to get your feedback first on this and then move forward.
And this is what we were talking about, having the scrolling panels so that like we could also put more content in there, like featured projects or like Medium articles or.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of actually sliders on the homepage, to say that, but we could have this space here to promote some of the stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's like most probably people are gonna skip it, but anyway.
It could be an animation that the user cannot handle. It changes in 10 seconds or 15 seconds, and everything else is just static. I think that could be cool.
Yeah, it's just like it automatically every 10 or 15 seconds it goes to the next panel.
People will stay for 1.5 seconds.
Less, even less. Yeah, even less.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
even less. I mean, sliders never work. I mean, I'm not, as I said, I'm not a huge fan of those. But nevertheless, like we could have it for something, whatever, or not. It doesn't matter. For me, this was just a playground, to explore the brand and see how it actually feels and works, and whether I can apply that throughout the rest of the website. And I also did try to rework the create new project flow, which is totally, white now, as you can see here, without applying this new branding stuff here yet. It may change a lot. I was exploring some of the structures here, but the main idea was to move away from like this horizontal scrolling to actually vertical. So to like more of a typeform kind of thing where you have like each slide on each page. So basically I tried to mock it up in Figma. It's not perfect yet, but the idea is like that it kind of scrolls. This part here should stay actually fixed. And while I was doing these changes here, I also implemented some of the feedback that we received on some of the issues here. So yeah, try to simplify it a little bit further, and but just preview here. I'm probably gonna change this stuff anyway.
Very cool stuff, Mark.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah. I was also thinking about this thing. I'm not sure if that will work. I need to figure it out. But, oh, sorry. One more time. On this page here, on the create new project, that when you come to the, let's say this is the last step. Let's say you define everything. And when you hit next, it actually opens like a draft preview of your project where you add an image. And instead of just add it here project, you have the publish or something. So basically you can like preview how it looks like. I'm considering this, but I'm not sure if that will work. We'll see.
I really like having a very clear way to review it, go back and edit it, publish it, unpublish it, and edit it. That's something I've been learning a lot about right now is you publish it, you look at it, and then you see you need to make some changes. So having that part of the flow easy would having a step that helps people look at it first would be really awesome.
And now you know why we didn't do the mobile optimization yet.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I knew it's gonna, it will have to change. It will change eventually. The the designs and stuff like that, especially after the MVP. So, so yeah, right now I don't want to make major changes in the UI, the front end, to have a lot of work, for us. But I do want to get the branding pretty solid and try to start working on like UI components that will be that we have consistency across the whole site and the depth, and then like gradually changing the UI rather than like changing everything from scratch.
I think it's a good opportunity for us to
refactor something.
Yeah, I mean, in short, if we were to put it in one word, refactor. I mean, but like we could like really begin to like improve our code, right? Like our components themselves, and it could be an opportunity. So, I mean, don't be too shy to change things. I mean.
Yeah, because also we're basing it off of this theme file, right? And in that sense, I think we are pretty consistent there, but we took a shortcut here and there, and things like colors should be like a 5-minute job if we did our thing right and based everything off the theme. And one good thing for you, Marco, is to really have names for these colors, not like in terms of red or blue, but in terms of you know what I mean, primary, secondary accent, highlight, these kind of things.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. We were lacking that actually because like everything was done like ad hoc, on the go, very quickly, So I didn't have the time to properly define and think about all that stuff. But I think now we're at the position where we know where we're going and how it's gonna look like, and how for what we should be prepared of, and so that we can like look ahead and prepare for that stuff and make it really like bulletproof. So I think now is a good time to do that.
Okay.
Lock it down.
We did have to define these things on the code side. I don't know if you like can use your eyes to look at code, or if you totally want to avoid that, but I can also point you to that file and we can look at the variables a bit, so like to see how we named them, what styles we have. And we do have a style guide in the tab, like that's not auto-generated, but so I can show you that if you want. And then we can find one language, would make stuff easier. And for you, I guess like to define these things in Figma is also very good to have like these global styles. Then you can work very quick.
Exactly.
And we can base it off of that.
Yeah, right now in Figma, I don't have any reusable components. Basically, just a button, So I wanna get to a point where I'm easily reusing the elements, so I can build stuff quickly. And when I can do that, it's obvious that you guys can do the same. So yeah, we just need to get to that point. And while I'm doing the branding stuff and doing updates on the current UI and UX, whatever, I just think now is a good opportunity to work on that,
Yeah, I see it as definitely being the things that we could have ready now and put these into the roadmap. Like what point before the token launch does it make sense to launch the new look to start generating interest from a timeline perspective, or would we want to launch those things at the same time? This is from a little strategic deployment standpoint and where we are in our sprints. We can take a look at that. But working on it now to having it ready for that, I mean, we know it's going to be within the next 2 months tops. It could make sense with our next feature-rich release to launch a new look with that.
I
Yes.
don't really know. Like, this is even exposed on our main site. I think it's okay, but you will be able to access this by like it's called view styles. You can even access it on main. It's a thing I started. We need more components because, like I said, this is manual, but all the styles are taken directly from the theme, and yeah, in that sense, you'll see that, like, yeah, this is how we define stuff or can define further. I cannot switch back and forth without. I can either see you or show you something. I prefer to see you.
Nice. Did everybody else do their updates already?
Yep.
Okay. All right then. I missed out.
I think Lauren added them to the notes though, and she put a link in the chat there so you can see the notes from everybody's updates.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Would it be good to? Sorry, am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Would it be good to just go through the board, to the stuff that are in progress and see what's done, not done, or whatever? Move them to staging, clean up a little bit things, maybe look at the board a little bit.
Sure. Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah. Of course, I can do that. Just a moment. Board Giveth. Do. All right. Do we have Merlin on the call, or is he gone already?
He's still here.
Oh no,
Oh, there's Merlin. Oh, hey.
I was Merlin. Did you do an update already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Good. Okay.
So yeah, what's the status of these items? I want to check the XDI donations on Block Scout, reprioritize the focus, gas, tell the user they want to need sign-in as opposed to just having a spinning wheel.
Yeah, almost all is on the develop branch, but I'm not sure it's if it's on staging or not. Maybe Matteo, you can
More
clarify.
likely, it's not if it was done after last Wednesday.
No, it was done before, I guess. So it should be on staging.
Okay.
Okay, can you guys check that, and then like if it's on staging, you just move those items to another column?
Sure.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So just so that like by the next week we don't end up like with a ton of items that are in progress here, which are actually on staging, right? So
yeah,
just,
I posted a question on the Discord, I guess. Like maybe I add a column like on develop, so that the guy who is merging from develop to staging can know that there is some new things on the develop branch. Or because I mean there is no intermediary step between I'm working in local and it's in progress and I have finished and my I mean my PR is ready to be merged on develop or something like that. Maybe maybe not on develop, but to merge on develop or something like that. I don't know. But just to, yeah. Sorry.
What do you guys think? Sorry, what do you guys think of this? To add a new column
about
here?
Adding a column, or maybe you could just put a tag on it.
Yeah.
like PR ready.
Or ready for review.
Yeah.
So
We use that on over a project, and it's like ready for review on the card. Yeah, can work.
Ready for review?
Yeah, with a green a green color.
So this is if you have like a PR that's waiting to be reviewed.
Yeah. But once the PR is merged, I mean, the card is still in progress and cannot be moved to staging because it's on develop. So there is still something that is missing, I think.
No worries. Okay, we'll figure it out.
okay, I agree. Actually, all right, I get it. I get it. So it's not in progress; it's in develop, basically. But develop has not been merged to staging,
Yeah.
and so therefore you don't want anybody to look at it and test it as such. But it's not in progress
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly. Because that's right.
Yeah, I can see an argument for that. Let's try it.
Yeah,
I would.
let's hope
Let's
PR
call